Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Community Journal. We're here this morning with Mike Locke, who's the Executive Director of the Harwich Conservation Trust. And Michael's in for his monthly update. It's always good to see you.
Yeah, thanks, Ron, for having us.
I have to tell you, I really enjoyed the program that Don Wilding put on. The thing I liked especially was the man who was there whose family had a cottage that washed away and didn't sink, and the dishes, none of the dishes were even broken. I don't understand how that thing didn't sink. It must have been watertight on the bottom.
There were some amazing stories.
That was something.
Amazing throwback to 40 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Since he was chronicling the blizzard of '78.
Yeah, right.
And
that was something.
And this being the 40th anniversary year. And
was...
all of the experiences that different people had. And he had some of the live video footage of that time and interviews from different folks.
And then he had that man who was there who was
right
his
there.
family owned one of those cottages, which was great.
That was fascinating. The winter talks.
I had no idea what had happened here on the Cape because I was 100 miles away.
Now, where were you during the...
Wellesley, Mass. Okay. We had a lot of snow, but I had no idea what happened down here at the time. So it was great. It was really an educational moment for me, I'll tell you.
Yes, yes. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Don was a good speaker.
He's a good speaker.
Job,
yes, yes.
Good job.
Yeah.
So what are we on to today? You're going to talk about tracking. I know it's one of the subjects.
Wildlife tracking, yes. So Harwich Conservation Trust has had a long running program in collaboration with Todd Kelly, who's a well-known and well-versed naturalist and wildlife tracking aficionado. And he'll be leading a wildlife tracking workshop on March 10th, Saturday, March 10th, as well as, you can see Todd pictured there to the left, pointing at a track that the workshop participants of a prior session were involved with. And so on March 10th, Saturday, March 10th in the morning, Todd will lead a wildlife tracking workshop. It's open to ages 12 and up, all levels of interest, beginner to intermediate, whatever your knowledge of wildlife tracking. I'm sure it'll be a fun experience. It's about a 2-hour educational outdoor class right out there in the field, in the woods, along the edge of some bog and other wetland. You can see a tracking guide there that we hand out to participants, as well as a 16-page educational packet, bibliography and other wildlife tracking resources that Todd has compiled over the years. It's a really fascinating workshop. It's $20 per person. Folks can learn more and sign up online at our website, harwichconservationtrust.org. There will be a rain date of Sunday, March 11th, but we hope for good weather, just like you see in these photos, again, on Saturday, March 10th. Then on the following weekend, Saturday, March 17th, just happens to be St. Patrick's Day, but that's an aside. Saturday, March 17th, there'll be an advanced trackers walk.
Oh, wow.
So a little bit more field experience, identifying wildlife tracking signs of wildlife in the field on a walk guided by Todd. That is $15 per person. Or if you sign up for both, the March 10th and March 17th events, as a discount, it's $30 to attend both. So again,
that's a bargain.
Yeah. Well, it is amazing what you experience out there. I mean, you could find animal track and sign from all sorts of different mammal species, anything from white-tailed deer to red fox to coyote, sometimes called coy wolf around here. Could be skunk, raccoon, possibly even mink. So it's quite a variety of wildlife you might be able to find clues for through their tracks and other signs.
That'd be very interesting, I'm sure.
Yeah, so again, more details at harwichconservationtrust.org.
Good.
Yeah.
And you've got an event called Meet Your Local Farmer.
Oh, Meet Your Local Farmers event. Yeah, that is such a fun event, and it helps people shake off the...
That's going to be here at the community
That is
center,
right, the gymnasium here. it'd be the 9th annual.
Really?
Hard to believe.
I
Yes.
didn't realize
In
that.
collaboration with the Cape and Islands Farm Bureau, Harwich Conservation Trust and Cape and Islands Farm Bureau sponsor this event that brings, oh, there's a nice photo of
That's a good one.
cranberry scoop there. So we'll have some farmers from all ends of the Cape, one end to the other, Provincetown to Falmouth, and everywhere in between. This is a Abacia flower. They'll have some beautiful lilies. It's amazing how quickly these sell. Folks like to come and meet and greet their local farmers, learn more about the farmers' lives, the farmers' settings, the products, the unique products that are produced on these different farming landscapes across the Cape. There's opportunities to buy locally grown, created, crafted products. You see that spinning wheel there, spinning actual livestock fiber into yarn. So that's pretty interesting too. We'll have some spinning going on. You'll even see some live farm animals, such as goats, sometimes Scottish Highland cattle that you see here. Look at that one, huh? Move over, Chewbacca. We've got
Never seen one of
look at
those up
that.
close.
It's amazing. Sometimes we'll have some sheep there. Usually there's some chickens here or there. Locally fresh eggs, honey, locally grown or locally produced from around the Cape, provided by the different vendors. Up to 50 different farm exhibitors and exhibitors from farm affiliated or supporting organizations, including Harwich Garden Club, Harwich Conservation Trust, AmeriCorps will have a table. Farms from here in Harwich and beyond. Here in Harwich, the Cape Cod Lavender Farm, usually Cape Farm Supply is there. That's the farm owned by Leo and Andrea Kakunas. We usually have Skipper Lee's Pleasant Lake Farm. All sorts of experiences, some equestrian representation, so local horse farms, horse riding represented. It's really fun to kick off the spring growing season. Everybody to come in and meet and greet your local farmer. It's a free event, which is amazing. It attracts all ages. Lots of elbow room there in the gymnasium. We started this event 9 years ago in the multi-purpose room, right? And we outgrew it over the subsequent years. And now it's grown into this very popular annual spring event. So it's, we're going to have some live music this year, something a little different. We're going to have Daniel Levine, who's going to play the fiddle, so some Celtic origin music, Irish origin music. So that'll be in the background as folks are exploring and checking out the different farm and farm-related exhibits. Yeah, it's really a wonderful experience.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned a number of farms and the equestrian place.
Yes.
During one of the farm fests back a number of years ago, I got to film a lot of these farms with Joe Mason.
Oh, you did?
And then I got to one of the equestrian places. I got to film a lady doing the what do you call it? On the riding academy.
Oh, okay. Dressage?
Dressage.
Oh, okay.
And it was beautiful.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Absolutely beautiful. It was a really great experience for me, I'll tell you.
Yeah, and there'll be, like I said, horse-related
Lavender Farm
exhibitors.
was
Lavender Farm too. Yeah, and this is all happening Saturday, March 24th, noon to 3. Again, free. And if people need more details and want to see the growing list of participating farms or farm-supporting groups, they can again visit harwichconservationtrust.org. But yeah, mark your calendars. Saturday, March 24th.
Week after St. Patrick's Day.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, noon, high noon. Come on down. Yeah.
Now we're going to talk about something that's been very popular for a number of years.
Yes.
The Owl Show.
The Owl program.
And all ages seem to enjoy it. The kids and the parents.
Yes.
It's a wonderful experience.
Yeah, you're right. Marcia and Mark Wilson.
They do a great job.
A dynamic duo. They bring their owls with them. There's Mark and Marcia. And look at that. Mark has a Eurasian eagle owl that he's got there perched next to him, and Marcia has has that beautiful snowy owl.
Yeah.
They'll bring, look at those golden irises on those owls. Isn't that just amazing?
Right.
They're a great team, the Wilsons,
Yes,
and
they are.
you'll see both of these owl species, plus a number of others, including these two. You see the spectacled owl. These owls actually originate from South America. So these owls, most have a permanent disability.
Okay.
Or some were raised elsewhere before they came into the care of the Wilsons, raised elsewhere domestically, and so they can't be released back into the wild.
Right.
So the Wilsons carry state and federal permits which allow them to bring these owls on these one-of-a-kind educational presentations all around the Northeast. And these owls live out their natural lives in special enclosures that have been created and adapted by the Wilsons in their home property in Dunstable, Massachusetts, which is in the sort of the North Shore area. So you also see a barred owl, B-A-R-R-E-D. Look at those charcoal black eyes. What you can't quite see from this photo is that the left wing has been clipped because of an injury. This particular owl, if I remember correctly, ran into a vehicle, so it was a road collision.
No kidding.
Owls, you know, as we know, most of them are nocturnal. Snowy owl also hunting during the day, known as diurnal. But most of the owls that we know of around here, saw-whet owl, screech owl, gray-horned owl, they're nocturnal, so they're hunting at night. Then when they're crossing roadways, sometimes there's that intersect with cars and trucks, and can unfortunately result in mortality or injury. And then in those cases, some of those owls have been taken in and nursed back to health by the Wilsons.
That's a beautiful picture.
That's a beautiful picture of a snowy owl. Now some of these snowies coming down from the Arctic tundra, where they normally spend their lives, coming down in the winters to barrier beaches around the Cape. There's actually a population also that inhabit the Logan Airport. Airport
I didn't
fields.
know that.
Right, yes, for these months. So a lot of interesting background and behavior and biology. The Wilsons are great at interpreting that and sharing it with the audiences. The Wilsons don't recommend the program for ages under 5, but ages 5 to 11, it's only $5 each. Ages 12 to adult, $10 each. Folks can pay in advance, register in advance online through our website, harwichconservationtrust.org, or just come on down and pay at the door. There's going to be 3 program times, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m.
Plenty of opportunities to see it.
That's
great.
It's amazing. And
have 3 shows.
And the Wilsons will offer a slide presentation at the beginning. Mark Wilson's a retired professional photographer from the Boston Globe.
Oh, really?
So his photos are unbelievable. Both landscape wide shots, seeing owls in their environment, also close-ups of the owls. And then they'll even have a hooting demonstration, where there will be audience participation. You can volunteer.
That's always funny.
And come up and try and hoot.
A lot of laughs with that one.
Yeah, and the owls hoot back. So
it's
amazing. So, I mean, we don't usually get to see owls up close like this, right?
Don't.
We see them at a distance, or we might hear them at a distance.
I have never seen one here on the Cape.
Right, and now we'll be able to really get an amazing perspective.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, Saturday, March 3rd,
March
10 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m.
That's this weekend.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
So it's coming up soon. Don't miss it, folks. It's a great show. It really is.
It is fun.
It's one of your very many interesting things, Michael. You have great programs, a lot of great walks, and
a lot of people working together. And I'll have to say, hats off
great
to
photographers.
Hats off to all our volunteers.
Yes.
Right, the volunteers that make our talks and walks possible. I mean, just to shout out real quickly to the 4 volunteers who staff the tables at our winter talks that we just finished up the series. Chris Joyce, Shirley Knowles, Peggy Rose, Nancy Hipp. They were there Saturdays at the tables as folks were finding their seats for the various winter talks. So those folks and many other volunteers make these events possible.
That's really great, You have a good board.
Oh,
that
fantastic.
Helps.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you again next month, Mike. And
For
good
sure.
Good luck on the shows.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks for coming in.
All right, thank you.
Always.
All right.